Oh, what's up, everybody? Whew. I hope the mic didn't sound terrible there. I am wearing a mic. I might use the camera audio in case the mic sounds bad. But I hope you're all doing well. I'm back recording YouTube videos, guys. Whew. I know you guys wanted to see me, record some YouTube videos. And welcome to, hopefully, what becomes a series, or maybe it won't. But hopefully it does. And this is Colin's Car Chats. Yeah. So I haven't made a YouTube video in a while, and wanted to make another one, surprisingly. I don't know why. But I just had, that random feeling to, and it was a decision. And speaking of decisions, that is what we're going to be talking about. Decisions. Who doesn't love a good old decision? It's really what determines everything about us. Going back to decisions, I've now said the word a million different times, so we're going to go back to it. So every decision you've ever made has led you to this point where you are in your life. And I'm sure all of us at one point or another have wondered whether the decision we made was right or wrong. Because, that's what we've been taught here in the world, that a lot of things are black and white. Like, there's a right and there's a wrong answer to a lot of things. So was your decision where you had, we'll say you had two options to make it really simple. Was it the wrong one or the right one? And ultimately, who can really tell you that whatever decision you made was wrong? Now, I guess if you want to go your decisions on an answer to a test or anything like that, factual things, I guess they can tell you you're wrong. Most of the decisions you make, they can't really tell you you're wrong. Like, I decided to wear these really beat up dudes today and stuff. And I decided to walk in Storm Lake, and there's a lot of zebra mussels in there, so I cut up my feet. Now, who's to tell me that those decisions are wrong? Now, were they the smartest? That's up for debate, I guess. But no one can really tell you your decisions are wrong. But I'm sure what we really have all wondered with decisions is, where would we be if we made a different one? And this is basically the entire theory of the multiverse. And I'm sorry, guys, but this entire video and this entire series is basically me rambling on about a bunch of boring stuff that maybe not everybody cares about. But I don't remember where I was, but we're going to continue. Multiverse. That's what it was. So, when talking about the multiverse, if you haven't heard of the multiverse, it's a big thing with superhero stuff. DC, Marvel, everyone has the multiverse. It's like Into the Spider-Verse, kind of. It's basically, there's an infinite amount of alternate realities where basically all the decisions you made were slightly different, It's slightly different. Like, maybe you change one or two things and it has, normally the idea is that it has some drastic outcome, but I feel like most of the time it doesn't. I mean, basically life, the entire point of all of what life is a million decisions you made, whether you were conscious of them or not. Like, you decided to get out of bed in the morning, or you decided to watch this video, everything. So basically every single thing you've ever done has been a decision by you. And whether you think someone forced you to do it or something like that, it was still pretty much ultimately a decision by you. So your life is where it is, mostly because of your decisions. I've accepted that. I've accepted that I haven't always made the best decisions, especially with money. Student loans. Sometimes I will say, yeah, there's obviously times you can't do much, but the decision is still ultimately yours, and you did make the decision, so you kind of gotta take responsibility for where we are. So back to wondering about alternate decisions. A lot of the time for me, some of the most things I wonder, and I bet a lot of people wonder, is did I pick the right school to go to college, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about too many things before high school. There's a few things that I could talk about, but most of those stuff are pointless. Like, I really remember I was bowling in Cub Scouts. We were in Cub Scouts, and we were bowling. And I bowled, like, too early before the pins went up, and I got a strike, but it didn't count because it was, like, I don't know what happened, but it was, like, too slow, and it didn't count. So, like, I didn't get my prize because we were getting prizes for strikes, and I didn't get my prize, and I didn't bowl another strike. So why didn't you wait 1 second? Like, seriously, I could have gotten a cool prize. And I don't know why I remember that moment so specifically. I have that where I just randomly remember some ultra specific moment. You can ask me about it. I might randomly have one personally for you. I do have it for, like, a lot of just random people. Like, I remember super random things. I'm not going to point out anyone. Besides the point, I randomly remember specific things. Back to decisions. One of the biggest ones is, did I pick the right school? I'm sure many people have that, and honestly, it's really easy to ignore the fact of all the decisions you make when things are going good, I feel like. It's really easy to go back and be like, wow, that was a bad decision when I guess things are going wrong, even though maybe it isn't. You know, you never know where things are gonna lead you. I ultimately, at the time, when I picked BV, I wasn't 100% sure on the decision. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come here to run. Honestly, it was a really good decision, one of the best ones in my life, I'd say. Sometimes decisions surprise you and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you think you made a bad decision, sometimes it changes. No one can really tell your decision is wrong, and as long as you're happy, you're probably gonna consider your decisions right. Like, I was watching this awesome show called The Circle. Go check it out on Netflix. It's a pretty good Netflix original. So basically on the show, you can catfish, be real, blah, blah, blah. And they ask people at the end, like, would you have changed anything? Would you made any different decisions? And they're all like, nah, no, blah, blah, blah. And those are the final. Those are the people that are happy with the goddamn outcome. Of course they wouldn't change anything. All the people that would change stuff are the people that did. If things didn't go your way, normally you'd be like, oh, I changed my decision. But I feel like it's hard to know because you don't necessarily know what would have happened. I feel like, again, if this multiverse shit is real, like in real life, and if you could see like what would happen if you made a decision, that would be like the ultimate power ever, dude. Or like just seeing what your life would have been like if you would have made a different decision, even something like way back. So many of you know that I used to do Taekwondo. I was really good at it. Nationally ranked for however many years. I still have my black belt card. I won't pull it out for the sake of everybody else. But I was really good. I quit mostly because I had other priorities at the time. Like I wasn't into it as much. I didn't like the whole making weight thing. I cared more about track and cross country at the time. A lot it had to do with because of the fact that my friends were in that. So I made the decision. I quit Taekwondo. I haven't like done it competitively in years. I'll practice every once in a while and I still got it a little bit, but it's definitely not the same as it was. And a lot of the time I wonder if I would have made... What, Granddad? I'm sorry that this is so all over the place, but this is the point of Colin's car chats. But yeah, I just wonder what it would have been like if I would have like fully committed to it. And like, I know I could have gone to Iowa State, or I know I talked to a Stanford coach. I talked to a bunch of different Taekwondo coaches all around the country, like at 14, because I was honest, I was one of the best in the country at that time. So I just wonder what would have happened, like where I'd be now with that. If I'd have a national medal, if I'd be a guy that's looking to go to the Olympics. I don't know, and I never will know. And it's a decision that I question a lot of the time, but ultimately I'm like, I'm happy with where my life went. So there are also those decisions that you make for no real reason at all. Like, or those decisions you don't even think about. Like, why did I have what I had for breakfast this morning? I don't know. Why do I decide not to eat breakfast sometimes? I don't know. Why did I decide to make this YouTube video, make a YouTube channel in general? Well, I can tell you that, but I won't, because you guys don't care. Guys, I hope you guys all make the right decisions. Let me know your thoughts about decision making and what you guys do with decisions, because I feel like sometimes I'm just like, screw it, and I just have to make the decision and see where things go. Mostly because, you know, opportunities only come across so much in a lifetime. And, you know, my motto is definitely live and learn. Whatever I do, whether it was a mistake or not, I can learn from it and have hopefully a good experience. If it's something that I wouldn't always be able to do, that's normally my motto with it. Every once in a while I get that 20/20 wisdom and realize, that was stupid. But I feel like your decision-making process doesn't change too much. I feel like the decisions I make now are mostly the same decisions I would make 4 or 5 years ago. But to be fair, I look the exact same as I did 4 or 5 years ago. I'll flash up a picture of me 4 or 5 years ago. I look the exact same. Like, you could not tell me you see a difference, which is kind of crazy. But I did not make that decision. That's genetics and everything like that. Yeah, my parents made that decision for me, you know, whatever. But this is really it for Colin's Card Side Chat, guys. I don't know how long or how short this is going to be or how long this is going to take me to get out. Because thanks everyone for watching, and thank God for all of the lovely decisions I've made that have gotten me to this point. Love my life, love everything about it. I hope you guys love a lot of the decisions you make. And if you don't, you kind of just got to deal with them and make better ones in the future. So that's really all I got for you guys. See you back. Hopefully I record another one of these, but yeah, bye.